My name is John with OpenEye Technical Support, and the question is, what is the bandwidth and disk space calculator and how do I use it? The OpenEye IP Bandwidth and Disk Space Calculator tool was developed for OpenEye professional grade HVRs and NVRs to help determine the processing, networking, and storage requirements of a hybrid or IP camera installation. Select the cameras and settings that are the closest match to the installation, and the calculator will display the requirements. To use the calculator, first select the base model of HVR or NVR. Once the HVR or NVR model has been selected, enter the settings for the specific installation. These variables include how long video must be retained, the number of audio channels to be used, and the expected simultaneous remote connections to the recorder. Once the settings have been specified, add the cameras that will be connected to the HVR or NVR. Move the mouse over any setting in the camera details section for more information on what that setting means. To add a camera, first select the model from the camera drop-down. For any analog channels, simply select Analog. For IP channels, select the model that most closely represents the model to be used. After selecting the camera model, specify the resolution that will be used. The resolution list changes for each camera model and reflects the resolutions that have been verified in our hardware testing lab to have worked properly. Not all resolutions supported by the select camera will be displayed. The IPS selection is the frame rate that will be set for the specified channel. The calculator will provide notification if an invalid IPS number is specified, since many IP camera models have different maximum frame rates. The image quality setting is the compression rate set at the camera. Low compression results in higher image quality and increases storage and bandwidth requirements. High compression results in lower image quality with reduced storage and bandwidth requirements. Use the motion percentage setting to enter the estimated amount of motion that will take place within the camera's field of view during a typical day. References such as indoor office and heavy commercial have been added to simplify this estimation. The final required setting is the codec. This drop-down lists the available codecs for the selected camera model. MJPEG commonly provides superior picture quality and minimal resource usage, allowing more cameras at a higher frame rate, but also tends to take a lot of bandwidth and storage space. MPEG-4 and H.264 require less bandwidth and storage space, but may require more resources to process depending on the model. Once the required information has been specified, there are two final option settings that have a large impact on resource usage. The first of these is VMD, which stands for Video Motion Detection. Check this option if the recorder will be processing motion detection for the selected camera. Some camera models support camera side motion detection, which can reduce the HVR or NVR resource requirement. The second option is Display in Live. Displaying cameras at the HVR or NVR requires decoding, which takes a great deal of resources for IP cameras over 1 megapixel. Displaying fewer cameras in live will result in lower resource requirements and is recommended if the primary interaction with the recorder will be through remote software such as Radius. Once all variables have been set, the results are displayed on the left. Based on the results given by the calculator, hardware requirements may change or camera settings may need to be lowered to ensure that none of the results exceed the capabilities of the recorder or the network. If the resources used indicator at the bottom of the screen turns red, or the analog IPS used exceeds the available number, a different recorder model may need to be selected based on the increased resources or IPS requirements. The settings and results can be exported to an Excel spreadsheet by clicking the Export to Excel button and referenced later as needed. The OpenEye IP Bandwidth and Disk Space Calculator is a valuable tool and the only way to know that the right model is being used for the right job. To download a copy, visit the Downloads section at www.openeye.net. From OpenEye, I'm John.